Welcome back to Mac Talks. Football and Chelsea have completed the signing of Jorrel Hato from Ajax for about 43 million euros. The centre back has signed a contract up until 2032, so it's about 7 to 8 years contract that Chelsea have given the young defender, and he has become a Chelsea player. It has been going on for about 2 weeks now, this deal. It was of course Fabrizio Romano who broke the news first about 2 weeks ago that Chelsea are looking to bring in Hato, and now it has finally happened. They have been able to go ahead and complete the deal. Hato is going to be a Chelsea player. And I think it is a really good signing. It's a smart signing. I'll be very honest with you. I'm a bit of jealous that Chelsea have gone ahead and get the deal done, because I really liked Hato as a player. I think his ceiling is at the moment really unmatched. He's one of those defenders that people are going to talk about for years to come. He's a center back. He can play as a left back. Both positions he can play quite comfortably, and that is going to be really helpful for Chelsea in the squad, because the amount of players that they have, and because of his versatility. As I said, he can play either positions. It's sort of a competition for Marco Jorrel as well, but then at the same time he's a big contender for that starting centre back position, even though he's just 19 years old. But as I said, I would not be surprised if he ends up becoming the Chelsea's first choice centre back at the end of this season, and that's how good he is. He's not that tall, but he's really good in the air. He can jump very high. He's very good aerially. He's very good in defense as well. With his feet, his recovery speed is very good, and again, he's very physical. He's a very tough a lad, and that is going to really help him out in the Premier League. His physicality is going to come in play, making those one-on-one tackles with opposition players, playing up against players like Haaland, playing against players like Salah or Havertz, big physical guys, and it's going to be really helpful for him. And I think that Chelsea have made quite, as I keep on saying, it's a very good signing. In my opinion, he's an incredible signing for Chelsea. And as I said, even though he's not going to start that many games at the start of the season, I would not be surprised if he ends up becoming their a starting centre back. They have paid of 43 million euros, about 27 to 40 million pounds, including the add-on. It's a very good signing. The price is not that high. Of course, he was a starting centre back for Ajax for the last 2 years. That just shows how good he is. I mean, if you're becoming a starting centre back for Ajax at 17, the level of your game is going to be really high. And Chelsea bringing, I see a lot of criticism by a lot of fans, opposition fans, that Chelsea are buying so many players. They have been buying so many players for the last 2-3 seasons, but the difference in this summer is the number of players that are actually leaving the club. Last year also Maresca had about 25 players. He knew what his squad was, even though Chelsea had about 50 plus players on their books, but Chelsea, Maresca had just 25 players. And I think this summer is going to be the same thing. We have already seen so many players are leaving the club, and other players have come in, but as I said, other players have left, and at the end of the season, at the end of the transfer window, you are going to have those 25 players that Maresca is going to pick from, and I think Hato is going to be one of those players that is that is why he's trying to build his squad. And again, another thing to factor in, that Chelsea are going to be in European competition. They are going to be in the Champions League, so you need that squad depth to accommodate you. They are going to challenge for the title. I'm really sure about it. I don't think there's any doubt. I think it's going to be a very hard for Premier League titles. I think it's going to be a four-way horse between Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal and City. So Chelsea need all these players, all the depth that they can get, to challenge for that title, and they would like to go deep into the Champions League as well. So having all these players in their squad, and not only just having the players, but having players that can come in and do the job of what normal players are doing. I mean, if your starting player gets injured, or they have played too many games and they need a rest, the player that is going to come up and he's going to replace them, that player does not bring your level down. You stay on that same level, and I think that is why players like Hato are going to be so crucial for Chelsea come the next season. As I said, he was a starting centre back at Ajax, so there's no doubt in my mind that he's going to fight for his place and become the starting center back for Chelsea as well. Ajax on the other hand, I mean, unfortunately it has been the case for Ajax for so many times. Like, they bring in these players, they make them stars, and unfortunately they end up leaving them. It is a story that they have seen for so many times, and it's another one of those players. He was their star center back, and now he has left them. And they've gotten a good amount of money for Hato, and again they're going to reinvest in their squad. But sometimes as a club you are not really, you sometimes you should feel a bit let down, and of course the fans are going to feel this way as well. They made him the player that he is, and now he's going to go away. But as I said, it's not like the first time that it has happened to Ajax. But the thing is, like, they are very smart in this regard. They don't the one thing about Ajax is like they don't keep the players that they don't want to stay. I mean, Hato, the moment the conversation happened started with Chelsea, between Chelsea and Hato as representatives, Ajax were like, okay, like, whatever you want to go, you can go. We're not going to stand in your way, we're not going to be the obstacle, and you can go, but we need the money that we demand. And they've gotten a good price, as I said, about 40 million pounds, 43 million euros. It's a good amount of money for a 19-year-old centre back. And I think Chelsea understood, there were other clubs interested in Hato as well. I mean, Arsenal were really interested in Hato as well. Bayern Munich were interested in him as well, and that is why I think Chelsea have gone ahead and pulled the switch, and they wanted to get the deal done as quickly as possible before any other club came in. Arsenal went towards Masquera instead of going towards Hato, and that really helped Chelsea in trying to seal that deal, because no other big clubs really pushed as much as Chelsea pushed, and that really helped pursued Hato to come to Chelsea, and they have been able to get the job done. Now Maresca, I keep on saying he's building a really good squad, and Hato himself is going to look at this deal as that he is going to Chelsea. He's done everything that he can do at Ajax. He's going to a big club. He's going to play in the Premier League. He's going to fight for the title. He wants to win the Champions League, and let's be very honest, as much respect I want to give to Ajax, the chances of Hato winning a Premier League, the Champions League with Chelsea are much higher than him winning the Champions League with Ajax. So as a player, you are looking at these type of things as well, that what's the possibility of where's the possibility of me winning more trophies, and I think Hato is realized that, and he's seen that it is Chelsea, and it is going to help his career as well. And again, this summer is very important for so many players, because this is a World Cup year. So many players are going to make the move. They are going to make the switch because they want to be known, they want to be seen. And Hato playing in the Premier League, playing in the Champions League with Chelsea is going to keep an eyes on him, and help him get into the squad for the World Cup, and that is very important for so many players. So I think all the three parties are going to be really happy with that deal. Especially I think Chelsea and Hato are going to be the ones that are going to be more happy. I don't think Ajax are going to be that excited that another one of their big young talents has left the club, but as I say, they've gotten a good amount of money, and I keep on saying he's going to be a very good signing. He's going to be a smart signing. He's a centre back. People usually don't get that much excited about a centre back coming in or a defender coming in, but he's one of those players that is going to be a defender that everybody's going to be talking about for the next 10 years. He's a special player, and Chelsea have really gotten ahead, and in my opinion gotten a steal out of it. It's a very a big deal. It's a very cheap deal for a player like him, but Chelsea have been successful in getting it over the line. And that's it from me in this video. Let me know what you guys think of the deal. Do you think Hato is going to be a success at Chelsea, or do you think he's going to be one of those players that come in Chelsea and get down the pecking order and are not really able to make a impact at the club? Let me know what you guys think of this situation in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.